Here we're looking at Euro US dollar, a tick chart. This is on a platform called TradeStation and their charting package. Their data feed comes from Oanda, and they're plotting here the bid price. So the time scale down the bottom here is in US time, Eastern US time, and the trading day starts at 1700 and finishes at 1700. This is the trading day, Friday the 13th of April 2018. The way our strategy works is we simply follow the flow of money. So the first hour and a half we ignore the price action, as the spread is often wide and you can get spiky movements. So we'll draw a line here roughly at 1830, and we'll be looking at price action from there on. What we're simply trying to do is ascertain the flow of money, and we want to pay particular attention to the price that we're at, and an understanding of how algorithmic and high frequency trading operates in the Forex market is helpful. So in this period here, we can see the price is rising. We're making higher lows and higher highs. So buyers are in control of the price action. We're simply looking for when those buyers give up that control, and we're trying to make relatively small profits of 2 to 3 pips, that sort of range. The grid that's drawn here is a 2-pip grid for this particular pair. So you can see the price continues to move higher until we get to this area here, and then we have a failure to make a new high. Probably makes a new high by 0.1 of a pip or something there. So as this rejects this way, then our software will take a short trade in here, and it's simply trying to pick up a couple of pips. We won't exit trades under 2 pips, so that will execute the trade there. Now this is the bid price, so the spread has to be taken into account here, and when we analyze these results, we will do that. Price now continues to move back up again. We spike above this previous high and then fail once again. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, so I cough every 30 seconds. So this is another short trade just in here on this rejection here, and we're looking for 2 pips, or just to get us back down into this area that we were here before. If price goes back up above this area, then we'll be stopped out. And that happens right here. So we're stopped out for a 3-pip loss. Price then fails once again, so our software will take a short again. There's some logic built into the software to stop whipsawing, and this time we do fail again up here at these levels, and we're able to eke out a small profit. In the Asian time zone, and you can see how the price came back down to this previous low here and then jiggled backwards and forwards. In this Asian time zone, obviously Euro US dollar is not highly traded. 2000 is an important time in our day, as that's the open of Japan, and 2130 is another important time when China opens. So we now want to watch the price action and see what happens here. We have a small bounce and roll over again, so we'll short that trade once again there, and again we're just trying for a couple of pips. This blue line is the opening price of the day, not overly significant price, but it's something to keep in mind. Price goes up again and we fail yet again. The software will ask itself, does it have enough room to generate a 2-pip trade between here and the open plus or minus a small tolerance? If it does, it'll execute the trade. in which case we'll pick up our 2 pips. If it doesn't, it won't execute the trade. So in this period of time, the sellers have been in control of the market. We're now waiting to see if that selling dries up. So the price moves back up here again. I don't want to explain all of the logic of my strategies. I don't want to give away my intellectual property, but there are no short or long trades in this period. The price returns back to this 123.30 area and fails again at that same area. We'll take a short trade again and pick up a couple of pips. We've got to be careful now. We're coming up to where China pegs its interest rate every day at 21.15, and 21.30 is the open of the Chinese stock market. So we'll wait till that happens here, and there's a roll over here again, so we'll take a short trade, try for our 2 pips. We'll need to go a bit longer, and we reach our objective just in here. Now we'll wait and see how China opens, let the dust settle for a little bit, and looks like the selling is continuing to happen. So we'll take a short trade here and try and get back down to these lows round about there. And we achieve our objective just in here. You can see just by looking across here at these lows that it looks like the sellers are having trouble pushing the price below this point. So we need to take that into account. I'll move on just a little bit longer. If this price action here had a bounce back up above this area here, we would be getting long, and it hasn't done that. It's finally broken this area that it's been struggling at, so we want to get short. And again, we're looking just for 2 pips. So that's a simple introduction to how the strategy works. In the next video, I'll show you what sort of results we achieve.